Madden World, what it be like? It's your boy Foe. Xbox 720 is the game of tag on the PS4, and yo, this is that double triple Madden OGs, and we are back looking at our New England Patriots playbook. We went over split close pass about 2 days ago, and we were looking at the play X drag trail. If you didn't see that video, go back and watch all of the videos. I think it was like 3 parts. We broke that down. Today we want to look at PAF slide and PAY shot, our play action plays. PAY shot is going to be a quick audible. PAF slide is something we can come out in. And this is just good for, this is going to be something I can show you that's good for just if you play like split close, like out of another playbook. This will be dope. So we're going to go ahead and put as much coverage on the field, and we brought the fucking stars out, bro. We got DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller, and I wanted to make sure I brought these guys to this particular play, this particular video, simply because first thing we want to look at with this play is the blocking assignment on the assignments on the offensive line. So look at how their play art is set up. Now if we put it in a non-play action play, we'll see that it changes here. And that's how we're going to get all of those glitchy block sheds. So let's go ahead and go back. Now we have play action blocking. So trust me, it's still not always going to slow it down. Facts is Madden is sort of broken. They put out another patch today, and it still didn't like tone this shit down at all. But the offensive line and defensive line action is really tips in the favor of the defensive line this year, and they get these glitchy ass NBA 2K ass animations, bro, where they just get off the line and you just gotta throw it. It's 2 seconds or die. You know, and I love like what I'm showing you now, because I'll show you it's a 50-50 shot that you may get better pass blocking here with play action. So our setup would be to streak the outside left receiver, and then I block the running back. We could just do it like that, and now we get that nice low, intermediate, and high. Sometimes I like to go ahead and motion this guy out and go ahead and put him on a drag, you know. The reason why I like this, and I know you guys have seen this set up out of X drag trail, but this is much better. It's like I said, one, we get play action blocking, so we get a better opportunity at trying to throw high and deeper down the field, because we may get better pass blocking depending on how it shakes out. But then two, the inside slot receiver is the guy that's going high, so he's going to get to the sideline much quicker. And then also the circle routes on this nice intermediate route that's going to get underneath the zone, so we can throw him a lot earlier. In the other plays like weak type twins or X drag trail, we're having to wait until he got over to the sideline. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you here. And just like that, if you notice, we got the pass blocking that we needed to go ahead and throw it. And trust me, I ran this, and DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller, that fucking beast, that will blow this shit up really quickly. But it's a 50-50 shot. So as we can see right here, we got the pass blocking that we need. And if you look, I can throw to the drag. And like I said, our intermediate route, now we can throw this intermediate route early. So I could just dump off to the intermediate if I want here. Also, what I love about this is that the high route is actually open in 2 spaces. So if I anticipate, I can throw him right in the middle of the field right here, coming open, or I can wait him out and throw it further downfield for a much bigger play. And now we're getting about 30 yards out of this play. And as you can see, we got everybody open running this play. So we've shown you the high, low, intermediate, but now we have additional places where we can go with the football early if need be. Plus we get better blocking from the play action. So we'll go ahead and put it in a cover 3 and then a cover 2. And I'll just try to go ahead and move on to a different setup. So we could set it up again, cover 3, and I fucked it up. He actually got bumped like crazy, and I'm just showing you where you can throw it down the field. I really didn't have to even throw it down the field. Honestly, I would have made a low read on that, but Antonio Brown is a little guy, so he got bumped like completely out of whack. But as you can see, he's gonna come open here. And look at the blocking that we got. So I mean, once again, I got enough time to go for the bigger play if I wanted to go for the bigger play. And that was the main thing that I saw there. Also, remember, drag. I can throw intermediate to Martavius Bryant now much earlier. We didn't have to wait till the sideline. Or I got the blocking that I needed and I can go for the bigger play. And that's the main thing. You can try to go for the bigger play out of this formation because of the play action blocking. Let me go ahead and show you cover 2 where they're gonna send 4 people at me now, and I'm gonna just still get a little bit better blocking. And because I'm getting a little bit better blocking, I may be able to throw it. Who knows? They might blow the shit up. We don't know. We'll find out. But you saw him wide ass open. Von Miller I held on to the ball way too long. I don't know why I held onto the ball like that. But look at the time. You know, and they were rushing 4 this time. So now what you'll see in the replay is because of the play action blocking that we have, we're able, look at the one-on-one on DeMarcus Ware. And the main thing I want to stress with this is that the left tackle for the Steelers, if you check his pass blocking, he only has 81 pass blocking. So that is far less than the power moves or finesse moves that DeMarcus Ware is going to have. But look, the play action blocking is causing us to be able to hold him up. And that's what we like. And look at Von Miller. Von Miller, you know, is the best pass rusher in the game. I only got 86 or 87 pass block with my right guard, and he's locked up. He's trying to do his spin move, and he would have got around. Look at that. I mean, we just get much better pass blocking by everybody. It's holding up, and we're able to go ahead and throw the ball deep as opposed to just having to dump off to the drag. Now, this is not going to always happen that way, but because you have the play action blocking, you're able to try, you know what I mean, to get the deeper route if you want. So another setup that we like, and we'll go ahead and show you this real quick. I'll show you 2 different setups out of this play for zone. Now, what you could do is motion them to the left. And if you motion them to the left, you motion the running back to the left, put him on a streak, and then put Colts on the flat, okay? If you do that, then what's going to happen, like as we put it in a cover 3 here, you could definitely do that. And now I'm going to be able to throw this route. You know what I mean? And honestly, the reason why I do that, sometimes you get the same exact action. It's no different. You're just getting a guy on the flat, and look at the curl flat jumping it. Like the purple curl flat in the cover 3 is going to jump down. You're going to be able to drop and throw. Or if you want to, in a cover 4, if we motion them over, you set it up like this. And I just threw that crazy. We'll do it one more time. Which that was kind of my fault. So we'll do it again. And honestly, I mean, you're going to get the same exact action. Nothing's going to be different. But the main reason why I like to run that setup instead is because, you know, when we start looking at PAY shot, which I'll show you a little bit of PAY shot now, we can put Martavius Bryant on the street, and then we can motion this guy over to the right. Now the formation looks exactly the same, except all of my action is going to the right side of the field instead. And tell me how fucking beautiful that is, that we can get all of our action going to the opposite side and it looks exactly the same. It's chess, not checkers, bro. And that's what I mean. Like, you guys have the advantage of seeing what I'm doing before I do it, but when you're really going to cause a problem to your opponent that's trying to guess and set up his coverages and how he wants to shut you down, when you're able to make the formation look exactly the same, but you can get action to the right or left side, or you can concentrate on attacking the middle of the field. Now, another thing that we want to show you out of this particular play, one thing that I like to do is I like to set that streak up the same way, and then I'll put Williams on a wheel, and then I'll motion him to the left. Now when I do that, I can cancel the play action. I'll show you. and I can throw this nice shovel pass, okay? Um, and that'll get me 5 yards real quick. If I do play action and then I cancel it, they're not gonna react to it. I could wait if I wanted to and throw it, but sometimes it's just cool just to like fake on your opponent and throw a shovel pass, right? 5 yards. I show you that. We'll do it one more time. But that's going to be something that you can dump off if you cancel the play action. I'll show you that if we cancel the play action again, we can actually wait and then throw it, and then we can get a little bit more yardage. So just keep that in mind. If you cancel the play action though, when you cancel it, he's going to be open. If you let it go all the way through, then he is going to potentially get picked up. So I just want you to know that you can do that. Also, you can cancel it this way, and then we could throw it over here if we wanted to. So now that wheel route's gonna get open. So now you have those two options for those guys, but then you still have that combination that you're able to do with the intermediate route and the high route, because you still got all of that stuff working in your favor. So I just want to say that's a third setup that you can go to. Now you can also look at PAY shot, and we'll go over that real quick. And I already showed you one setup for it. So one setup that I like against cover 4 and cover 3 would be to just basically set it up this way. Now if you have time, you can also do this to the guy right there, and that's gonna give you a nice little underneath like read where you can throw here if you want and try to get to the sideline. I think that's super dope. So you got action going left and right. We'll call it again. But you don't necessarily, if you don't have time, man, to set him up like that, he's not necessarily what you're gonna be able to do. Like I'm just showing these things as things you can do. And look how open he is. So it looks exactly the same as our second variation of PAF slot. So that's gonna throw your opponent off, man, especially when they start on the left side trying to put a hard flat, curl flat, and deep blue to the left side, and they've just taken coverage away from the other side of the field and in the middle of the field. You're gonna be able to gash them, man. That's what I like about this formation, is they can never tell what side you're playing to. As long as you don't telegraph and like abuse one fucking play over and over again and be a dumbass. So like, not to say that, just make sure that you like mix it up, bro. Like that's the main thing. So again, and that's gonna work against cover 2 and cover 3. Now cover 2 setup, I'm sorry, it's gonna work against cover 4 and cover 3. Now if they call a cover 2 with that play, what you want to do different is you want to put this guy on a street route now, because you need him to draw the attention of the mid read. Otherwise the mid read is going to follow the guy over. And then what you can do, oh my bad, it's my fault, I threw it like way early. So let's go ahead and do it again. We put it in cover 2. It's my fault, y'all. Oh, why the fuck I just did that? I swear I'd be dumbing out. Alright, we do it again, and as you can see right here, we're going to be able to get up the sideline and get our action on a cover 2. We got that play action blocking, so we can definitely try to play down the field where we couldn't before. And look at DeMarcus Ware, right? He's tied up because of the play action blocking, right? And then, you know, we're blocking, so we needed 2 players for Von Miller. Facts, do the beast. But then we had Le'Veon clipping at the end, and then we were able to throw up the sideline. And we could have went with our flat route, you know what I mean? In the cover 2, boom, we could have just went with that. Also, another thing that we could have did that I didn't throw, and I'm not going to show you in this video, but you can do again, is you can throw a precision pass to the inside to Martavius Bryant on this streak in a cover 2, because you got the running back drawing the mid-read attention over to the left side. So we could precision pass inside to the left, and we could hit a big gain to Martavius Bryant in a cover 2. All right, so that's very, very important that you know that. You don't have to go over to this route, and this is not the only way to go. You could throw up the seam because, I showed you a few days ago where you do two streaks against a cover two, and you're going to have one of those guys get open. All right, so that's the play action. I'm showing you the play action blocking. I'm showing you our setups that kind of look the same right to left, and we're able to kind of defeat zones. So we definitely want to mix that in. Like, comment if you feel like I left anything on the field, and then sub if this is your first time. Respect.